we will present you our research. We are going to start with the title, which is Alternative Assessment on Grammar. The researchers are Estefanía Zuluaga García, María Camila Bania Orozco, and David San Juan Ayerbe. So, we will start with the research question, of course, is what are the effects on implementing AA on grammar with 5 grades in an EFL classroom, right? If we look at, we have the general objective, which is identify the effects, of course, of implementing EAA tools on grammar with 5 grades in an EFL classroom. There we have specific objectives. Then the first one is determining of the most appropriate AL tools to be implemented in the grammar lessons. The second one is design and implementing AA strategies to assess the grammar and knowledge of the students. And the third one is compare the effects of EAA with the traditional assessment.
Okay. Our paradigm is sociocritical paradigm, as El Safie 2013 said. The objective of this paradigm is to generate changes and improve the contents that is being investigated, considering that it focuses on the transformation of the reality and the society. It through the participation, the action, and the implementation of alternative assessment tools, we want to look at the possible changes, since we hope that this method of assessing will be much more feasible for students to learn grammar.
Purposes only. Therefore, the data collected will be kept under strict security measures, being used exclusively for the purpose of the research. Because as we know, Law 115 of 2012, it's a perspective data processing policy. Sorry. Now we have here the three aspects that, of course, they are young. They are really young. They are kids from 5 grades. So of course, we have to precise the information that we are going to take, or that we are going to gather from the school. So it's going to be really, it's going to be really careful. So as you can see, the first one is as they are children, the one who must give an authorization for the students to participate in the research is the legal representative. The location of the content is a public mixed primary and secondary school located in Carmen del Viboreal. And the third one is we will work with the 5 grade, as I said before. It means work with young learners. So that's really, really important.
Okay. The participant in our research will be 5 graders, grade students who have the authorization or their parents or guardians of institución educativa previo concurso. On the other hand, the cooperating teacher who has a degree in Spanish and English literature from the Pontificia Bolivariana and master's degree in information technologies and education. She has 31 years of experience in practice. Data collection methodology. The first one is observation. According to San Juan, the observation is how we can collect information about a phenomenon. In our research, we are going to observe what are the effects of the alternative assessment on grammar in 5th grade students. Interview. An interview is a qualitative research method that consists on asking questions in order to collect data. Interviews involve 2 or more people. One is whom is the interviewer asking of questions. George 2022. We will focus on semi-structured interview since they are flexible and reliable to obtain quantitative.
Okay. The survey, it is in the reflection part in the chart that we saw before, and it corresponds to the third objective that we have. There is compare the effects of alternative assessment and the traditional assessment. It will be implement the first week of April. Okay, so I would like to define what is a survey. Has Creswell 2012 defined these surveys has been to gain understanding of opinions, behaviors, and characteristics on a specific context. So we opted for this technique because it offers like a comprehensible account of the context information and data, as our objective is to gain a deep understanding of the attitudes, opinions, and behaviors of the fifth graders students regarding grammar assessment. The students' artifacts also belong to the part of the reflection and with the third objective, that is compare the the effects of alternative assessment and traditional assessment. It will be implemented during 6 weeks of classes, 4 hours per week. Okay, I would like to define what is in students' artifacts. As Lodi Coydal says, artifacts are like the objects or the products that results from the teacher and learning process. It means like are like all the products made by the students in the learning process. Um, for example, a portfolio or all the students' work. Okay, third, as evidence of the skills, of the knowledge, and the understanding of the students. And as Nino said also, it allows a critical analysis of the understanding and of the effectiveness of the learning.
Teaching journal. According to Lodi et al. 2006, teacher journals are continuous writing account of observation, reflection, and other thoughts about feelings, perception, and interpretation of what happened in classroom, and the teaching process that can be used as a basis of debate, reflection, or evaluation.
Okay. In the data analysis process, we have 6 stages. The first one is the transcription and the organization of the data. Here we will transcribe the interviews, the observation, organize the data into categories. The second is the data encoding, that is examine the data and assign codes to meaningful units. The third one is the thematic analysis. Is organized codes into broader themes or topics. Explore how these themes align to the critical perspective. The fourth one is the triangulation. There is compare the findings from different resources to ensure the reliability and validity. The five is critical reflection. There is like reflect on the data and the findings. And finally, the discussion and conclusion, that is like discuss the thematic findings and explore some implications.